And we are live. Okay. So last week was I think we left off at I was gonna primer these and said I was gonna primer these off camera, and I did do that last night. And I hit it again like 10 minutes before this stream. But I actually want to start getting some color on these puppies tonight. At least the rock part, or well, rock, soil, whatever you want to call it. But oh no, wait, that's black. That's so much paint. Oh, that's not even open. There we go. There's one that's open. Oh, I got so much crap all over my desk. I'm sure we're all like that. I'm painting these in a way that I actually figured out worked really well with my last mushroom build. Matter of fact, you saw me actually make the bases in a similar pattern. But they're going to get a base coat of dark gray. Trying to avoid the tentacles because those are going to be painted differently. I mean, this will take a bit of time, but dark gray is a good color. Oh, it's a dark blue gray. I just like the dark blue gray because it gives a little more organic feeling to it, I guess. I would use a bigger brush to get this done, but nah. Oh, man. And I'll tell you what. All those little cracks and crevices are a pain in the butt to get painted. But it'll work eventually, sort of, kind of. Hey, DNC. How's it going, man? I just saw your little short about the treasure piles, I think it was. Like right as I was prepping for this. Like looking forward to actually watching a full-size video. But yeah, when I'm doing like this stone dirt, I want to give it like I don't know what you want to call it, like a combination stone dirt look. I'll give it my usual bit. When I'm doing stone, I do like dark gray, mid-tone, light. But for what I'm going for here, the base color is going to be a dark gray. Then I'm going to switch to the browns, which is my normal soil pattern. And I don't know. I just like the way it looks because it worked like I said, it worked really well on my mushroom builds. So since I made this base topper or whatever you want to call it, I don't know what the hell to call this, but I'm trying to go for the same look as with my mushroom builds. At least as far as the base goes. Oh yeah, your stuff comes up on my feed whenever it gets posted, because I actually watch it. Unlike a lot of my other I think I have like around 400 subscriptions. Most of it dealing with crafting, and being I actually watch yours, it actually comes up in my feed. I am so far behind on my subs. I'm watching videos from that kind of crap. Need more paint. Should just fill a couple of these little pop-it things up. Yeah, using these little beater brushes I got from Temu is like big ass pack of them for not a lot of money. I think I paid like $10 or something for 50 some odd brushes. And the thing is, it's like they're cheap and stuff, but as long as you keep them clean, it actually lasts for a good bit. And if you don't, you can. I call them beater brushes because that's exactly what I got them for, so I could beat the ever loving hell out of them. And not really worry about it if they fall apart. Yeah, this part is a little bit boring because, like I said, this is just a base color. But the thing is, of course, you know this. It's not as easy for people. Ah, okay, yeah. Honestly, well, when I would start my channel like 2 years ago, everything was done on my phone. I mean, even the voiceovers I was doing on my phone, which is a giant pain in the butt. But then I ordered a really dirt cheap microphone. I think that's right here. And then of course I finally got a half decent working webcam, which is what I'm using right now for this. Actually, I got the webcam off of Temu, so I was like, bit of an upgrade from my phone. Oh yeah, so do I. And that's the thing is, yeah, I absolutely love crafting videos too. I mean, some channels I'm kind of like, I don't know, they kind of, it feels like they sold out almost, I guess. But I like watching channels, well, like yours, honestly, because it's like I get to feel when I watch when I watch the higher end channels. I'm not going to say names, but those that know how I feel about certain channels. That's is like they use all the toys, and they use like all this high end crap, and it's like not not everyday people can do that or afford. It's like the most expensive tool that I use quite often is my Proxon, but everything else is like Dollar Tree or like dirt cheap stuff that I get. And some channels, especially when I don't know, but I like watching channels when it's like where most of the crafting done can be easily be done by anybody, if that makes any sense. Actually, I was thinking of doing it. I think when I get paid next, going to the Dollar Tree and then doing a build off of stuff that nothing but stuff that I could get at the Dollar Tree, except for like paints and brushes. 'Cause I'm sorry, I will not use the paints at the Dollar Tree. Plus, Apple Barrel paint is cheaper than the crap that I get at the crap they have at the Dollar Tree. But I was like trying to do some videos like crafting on the cheap, if that makes any sense. Most of the stuff I use fine. Yeah. Um, I know I am a big user of XPS. I mean, this is out of my offcut bin, but I work construction. I'm a construction inspector in real life, and I get this for all my phone for free because I pull it out of dumpsters, scrap chunks laying on the ground. So yeah, and anytime someone like for birthdays and holidays and whatnot, I just make an Amazon. I have an Amazon wish list that I just basically have like, hey, this is the crap I want, and it's always crafting crap, except for like one or two items. So I think for my past birthday last month, my wife got me a bunch of miniatures. This one's like halfway. I'm in the process of painting this one. She got me some markers that I wanted and a bunch of acrylic or pastel chalks that I scrape and use for pigment powders, which was really helpful. But Temu, yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, a lot of it's blatant rip-off stuff, but when it's a lot cheaper, yeah. I know a lot of people hate, it's like, oh, I'm not supporting that kind of place. It's like, you know what? Then don't. But I am because it's cheap. And it's like, most of us are on a budget. So, oh man. I know one thing I like. I know what? Yeah, that's two. You notice I'm not doing around the edges here. That's going to be full on my dirt pattern. That's it. Yeah. That's the only that I really spend money on is minis. Yeah. Hey, if you want, oh god, I wish I could remember the video. You know what? If you give me a minute here, I can look it up quick. Come on, computer's being slow as always. Yeah, screw it. I can wait. Here we go. There was. I wish I could remember who it was, but there's this one line of minis. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. Next Level Miniatures. Great miniatures, dirt cheap. I mean, they have prices as low as like $1.49 in some of their miniatures. And you only need to get to like I think the last time I ordered, which was like about a month ago, last time I ordered from them, I only needed to get to $25 for free shipping. So pretty cheap, and they're based in the U.S. Let me see here quick. Yeah, I know you're watching. I don't want to watch you. No, not you. Not you. Not you. Yeah, I'm trying to find someone that just put out a video not too long ago about cheap miniatures. Here we go. I can try and post a link into the video was 3 miniatures from Let's Talk Tabletop. Get a link. I think he talked about Dungeons and Lasers. Then he also talked about Next Level Miniatures. And also, oh, hey, Carl. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, when you get a minute, check this video out because he talks about 3 different miniatures companies. Those 3. Oh, yeah. I've seen a few. Next Level Minis. Yeah, they do. And you know what? I just happen to have some sitting on my table that I'm getting ready to paint. Well, getting ready to paint. Yeah, let's face it. It's close. Here is. Is that it? Yep. This is a Reaper Bones Null. Let's see if I can get it to focus. It's going to get slap chopped. And here is a Next Level Miniatures Null. There we go. You focus in. Now, side by side, size wise, the details are pretty well much on par with each other. But Reaper Bones is probably like $5. This was like 2 or 3. So pretty, spot on. And I honestly prefer the beefier look of the Next Level Miniatures one. Plus, it doesn't have that bendy weapon. But they're going to get painted up eventually whenever I get a bug up my butt about painting. But I want to get that troll painted first. Because I only have 7 painted trolls on my shelf. Lord knows I need more. I had 8, but I sent one up to the dungeon minister. My dilemma is dilemma. Oh, I'm not. And the thing is, I- you know what? If you want to like practice new or different techniques, because I actually do this. I bought. Oh, where's that bag? It's open. I bought a bag of Army Men. And like, if I have new paints or I want to try something new out, I'll try it out on an army on these cheap plastic Army Men rather than try it out on a miniature that I actually want. But I know some people don't like it, but slap chop it is really good because you know, it's great for getting some a miniature to a level of tabletop. And I said that's all I really do anymore. I at one time used to be a display painter, and I even have a couple medals and trophies from a contest that I was entered in without my knowledge that are collecting dust in my garage. But anymore, I just as long as it looks good on the table, that's all I really care about. I mean, yeah, they can be a little bit pricey, but like the speed paints, the contrast paints, and I've, I'm using the Vallejo Express paints as well. They really, really help. They're a middle of the night type art. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Way to get crowds like exact. Yeah, I've seen those. I don't know why I didn't pull the trigger on buying them. I think because these were just like so much cheaper, and I just one another reason I bought the cheap Army Men. I got Team of course. I got them because a lot of them I wanted to spray when I get like new speed paints or express colors or whatever. I can have a couple of them ready to go, and I can just slap it on. And I can know exactly what it's going to look like with my painting style and when it dries. Not that I actually want that. Again, I get them for when I get new paints or when I try something different out. This is getting. Always check miniature mark. Yeah, yeah. I think actually, Cal. The first time I ordered the next level miniatures, I got that because I kept seeing them on like Facebook advertisements, and I was like, okay, but you know, Facebook ad. I was like, eh. But then I was ordering something for miniature market, and I gave them, I saw that they had them. I was like, okay, I think I can trust this a little bit more. So I actually ordered them, and I've been ordering them. I just go directly to their website anymore and order because I really like them and they're cheap. See, I'm not really concerned with like if it's perfect covers. I'm just trying to get the base color down here. This is all going to be covered up eventually, anyhow. Itch. What's the other site that I used to buy them called? Oh, Toad and I know the site you're talking about. Oh, it's gonna piss me off. Toad. Oh, son of a bitch! I used to go there all the time. Damn. Yes, thank you. Cross. Troll and Toad. Yeah, most of this sites I go to. What? I don't even remember how many. I don't go to many sites anymore, honestly, other than like Temu and Next Level Miniatures, and of course Amazon. I mean, I think my last order from Temu, I got some dry brushes. They're actually kind of nice. And here's an Army Painter dry brush right next to it. So you can tell. I mean, the Bristol quality seems the same. The only real difference between the Temu brush and the Army Painter brush is the bristles on the Temu one are just a little are longer. So that's it. That's the only difference. And oh, well, the handle was longer on the Temu brush. But I use those dry brushes for miniatures. I use the the Dollar Tree makeup brushes for terrain. No, honestly, I wouldn't even have that Army Painter brush if someone hadn't given it to me free. Yeah, see, D and C is like people giving stuff to you. But, yeah, yeah. Same like the rest of us. We're all on a budget, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Where the fuck is? Oh, there's the fifth one. I was like, I know I have five of these things. Where the hell I did? I'm on my fourth one. So where the hell was the fifth? It's over there. Sucks getting old. Can't remember where you put something down 2 seconds ago. So, oh man, I don't know if any of you guys are planning on going to any conventions soon. I mean, let's see. There's Mythicon coming up. I'm only 60. Yeah, I'm 52. Well, you're closer to that glorious retirement age than I am. Ugh. Well, let's see. Mythicon's coming up. Oh, let's see. Of course, Dungeon Minister's running his convention, Claricon up in Canada. I think, actually, I think it's the last weekend of this month. Did I? Yeah. Young. Yeah, well, wait till you hit half century mark. That's when they say, "Oh, stuff starts falling apart when you're 40." No, it starts, but then it just fucking drops off when you hit 50. That's like I said. Claricon's at the end of the month. Then there's the convention that I'm going to fall in Gettysburg. That's the first weekend of November. Big came through my feet today. The effect of over 40 start a YouTube channel. I was like, yeah, yeah. My YouTube channel didn't get started till I was 50. Yeah, yeah. let's see. Yeah, and the next month, my channel will been up for 2 years. Huh. Of course, the same as anything related to a date. I'll forget about it by then. Oh hell, I've forgotten my own birthday at times. Yeah, I have one, and this is it. That's my hobby. It takes up enough time. Well, unless you count growing peppers as a hobby, then yeah, and making beef jerky and stuff like that. And yes, I make my own beef jerky because I can make the flavors that I actually want. But yeah, I grow different types of hot peppers out in my backyard. I got Reaper, Ghost, Habanero, and Poblano. I think it is. Yeah. No, I got started late this year with my pepper growing because of real life issues. Oh yeah, love peppers, but mine are finally starting to get ripe. Good time too because frost isn't that far away. So hopefully I'll get most of them picked and dried and whatnot. Oh yeah, and yeah. I live in an apartment in a city, so it's easy. Yeah, but oh, what was I gonna say? Fuck if I know. Who gives a shit? Well, I'm gonna give these a minute or two to dry. So, god damn it, I forgot something. I think I left them. Ah, there they are. No, I didn't forget them. I just put them where I put. Yeah, see, I'm forgetting where I put shit again. God damn it. I want a bunch of smaller mount fly trap head things to go along with the bigger ones I have, just so it's like less crap I got to worry about. So I'm gonna cut some of these up. Again, something I got from Team. Yeah, I do shop there a lot. Yeah, we can't grow true hatch chilies since probably nobody here listening. Oh yeah, love chilies, chili peppers of all types and varieties. Oh, it's funny. It's like even my granddaughter loves eating like the hot peppers and stuff. My daughter actually makes her a bunch of different sauces and makes a bunch of jelly using ghost peppers and different types. But she makes I actually put some of it on my toast this morning. A ghost pepper strawberry jelly. It tastes really really good. Make this one a little longer. I know eventually I am going to be. Dude, that one looks like crap. But oh well, that's what paint's for. These I'm gonna have to do something to off camera. I actually have a lemon tree that's been growing for 2 years. If oh wow, yeah, they don't fruit for yeah. I've heard that too. that takes a while for them to start actually producing fruit. I'm going to actually have to wash these in some warm soap and water, which I'll do sometime this week, but because there's like nasty mold release on it or something. So when I go paint them, it won't stick. A lemon plant is a lemon. I like that. I cut these a little longer. Just cutting them these here a little longer just so I can actually have an option, really. And if I decide not to use that option, oh well. I'd rather have the choice to cut them shorter later than than have all of them too short. I like that. Yeah, I wouldn't have the patience to wait for a tree to. Nah. My patience is not that long. Gosh, right now yet. Yeah. Yeah. I'll pick that up later. Because I think there are wires in here. Yeah, maybe not. I'm not sure, but I still want to cut these a little long just so I have an option for later. At least to have a variety in how tall they stand. Anyway, if any of y'all are in Gettysburg the first weekend of November, I will be at Fall In. It's a historical miniatures convention. So I've really been looking into a lot of the different historical miniatures manufacturers, and I go to these conventions because they have the historical miniature gaming society. They have 3 conventions a year that are within a reasonable distance of my house. I live in York, Pennsylvania. So let's see, they have one in Gettysburg and they have 2 in Lancaster. The Lancaster, where they have the Lancaster, there are 2 different locations in Lancaster, and they're about maybe half hour from my house, one, and the other is like maybe 40 minutes from my house, and the Gettysburg one is going to be like a 45-minute drive, depending on traffic. But anyway, at these conventions, they have flea markets, which people use as a dumping ground for a lot of stuff. A lot of miniatures, terrain. I think the last one I went to, I got some really nice woodland scenics. Give me a second and I can show you exactly. Oh, yeah. Don't want to knock the brushes over. I picked up these 2 hot wire tools. I mean, they both do the same thing, it's just a different shape. But hot wire cutters, hand tools for $5 for both of them. When typically I think they go for around 30 to $40 a piece at a flea market. And they both work. I've tried them out. I played with them. So, excuse me. They actually do pretty well. So I can't really complain. But that's one reason I go to conventions. Or, well, actually, it's the main reason I go to the conventions because I think I said it before, on a budget. And yeah, I know. I was like, You only want when when I asked them how much, they said $5. I was like, you want, is that for both of them? She was like, yeah. I was like, okay, I'll take it. And there are times where when I'm cutting foam, the hand tool will do a much better job than the Proxon. I keep hoping that I'll be the person who drops a fiver on a big box of crap only to find out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, unfortunately, with Google image search, well, it's easy to find out exactly what you. It's easy. Most people, those that are smart, that have a functioning brain cell, and remember to use it, can find out just what they got. And as far as the whole 20K thing, the closest I've come to that is spending $5 on a miniature that was worth around 200. That was eBay. I mean, when I was playing I used to play BattleTech a lot, and I mean a lot. I had, I had. When I say I had a couple $1,000, or not a couple $1,000, but a couple thousand battle mechs, that is not an overestimation of what I had. But I went on eBay and I knew, it was like, I knew not to bother looking up like BattleTech or, if I was looking for cheap, good deals. Not to use any like the major search terms like BattleTech, Max, or any of that crap. I looked up metal robot men, and this big lot of BattleTech miniatures came up because and it wasn't that it was BattleTech, it was Battle Droids, which is what BattleTech was called when it first came out. And it was like 50 miniatures, and I think I paid maybe around 200 for them. And it was like some of those go for like $200 a pop. So I definitely made out on that deal. Of course, then I got to know the guys who actually still own all the old molds, and I got some I got some cast. Though I can't ever sell them or nothing like that because they're, illegal as fuck. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. They're not recast. They're cast. They're cast from the original molds. Uh-oh. Cats in the basement. Little psychopaths. Got me. A free to me real part. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, and the thing is like, back before everybody knew how to look stuff up on eBay, you could find decent deals of people just listing their stuff wrong. But now a good deal was like, yeah, I only paid half a retail. Yeah. So this is just prep work. I'm just cutting off the wider because I don't want that big wide leaf. So I always hate that look. So I'm mainly just trimming it down. I know eventually I'm probably just going to cut them short, but until I get to that point where I'm ready to actually after I paint, because I plan on painting these, then adding them to the bases. I think so. I have 4. Yeah, I think most crafters have cats because we put all this time and effort. Yeah, I have 4. We put all this time and effort into building this stuff, and then we have to have a little furry. We have to have furry little demons that'll come up and knock them off the shelves. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I've had to put a couple cats down due to illnesses and whatnot. I had one that I had for years and years and years. Yeah. Oh, hey, Wave, how you doing? Yeah, I had a cat for. His name was Rocky. He was like 25 pounds. He was a big, chunky boy. But oh man, you know how much fun it is to have a cat with diabetes. Yeah, and a big fat cat. But yeah, eventually he went. I had to give that cat insulin shots twice a day, which is why to this day I still wake up at 2:30 in the morning because I would wake up that early so I'd be coherent enough to be able to pin him down and give him his morning shot. I mean, eventually he got used to it and just kind of laid there and took it. But yeah, giving a cat insulin, real fun. All test came out great. Yeah, yeah. My cat. Yeah, I mean the Rocky. He had diabetes for a couple of years, and it was being managed no problem. But then one day he just started losing mass. He stopped eating, lost massive amounts of weight, and took him in. Found out he had cancer. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch him suffer through that. So, but no, now I have. But I'm at 4 cats. 2, all of them technically rescues. 2 of them were dumpster cats. Yeah, I mean, 2 of them were legitimately found near dumpsters. I love dog people. It was like, I paid $5,000 for this purebred championship bloodline little shit bag, Shih Tzu, Chihuahua, blah, whatever. Cat people. Yeah, I put a shrimp on a string and got him by the dumpster. Oh, what am I? Yeah. Showed up to the door one evening. No other cats were around. Huh. And he came to you for help, Cross? Oof, man, he must have been desperate. Nah. Yeah, I know you love your fur kids. Yeah, and I actually still, I mean, I go out and feed a colony every morning. And a couple weeks ago, I was having some health issues. And before I went to the hospital to get checked out, I made sure to feed the fucking cats first. So it's like, and that's a really nice way of putting it, Cross. Okay, my sincere. cat is rescued. He appeared at my door all starving. Now he's... Yeah. The rescue cats, I mean, they 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 appreciate the help you give them. I mean, the one cat I got in here, well, the one cat found by the dumpster, she was found at like 6 week old. She was abandoned by her mom. She was a runt. You could just tell. But the one cat I have, Moo Moo, she's a moo color. She's moo color. But I fed, she was friendly, but not trusting. I let last winter through rain, snow, all that happy horse shit. I took her food daily, and eventually she just started warming up to me, and she's like, "Okay, this guy isn't here to basically beat the hell out of me or run me down with a cart." And picked her up one day, gave her some attention, and I'll put her back down because I wasn't. But eventually, I brought a carrier along, sat it down, picked her up, put her in the carrier, and took her home. Fortunately, when I got her to the vet, she was healthy, no diseases or anything. So I lucked out on that. But can I have was my friends for you? Oh, jeez. I have a storm drain. Oh, wow. All right. I got those cut up. Let's put them in with the others. I got a bunch of plants that I'm going to be using. And of course, you guys who've been watching this or seen the bigger ones. I'll just dump these in here for now so I don't lose them. Yeah, close enough to dry. It's still wet, but a little wet blending isn't going to hurt nothing. You know what? I have a cat too that, I inherited from an ex, but she is a hateful little thing, but she loves me. And it only took 7 years for my wife to for her to actually start liking my wife. So, but yeah, if any of you guys would walk into my house, not that I would let you. No, no, just joking. But she would hiss and bat at you and basically treat you like the spawn. No, actually, she wouldn't treat you like the spawn of Satan because she is the spawn of Satan. But she hates everybody. Ooh. Someone had a storm rescue kitty. Everyone else named her Stormy. My friend was not a chance, and her name was Beelzebub. Well, Beelzebubs. I say I'm just giving it like a. It's gonna be like because it's still wet. It's gonna wind up doing. Well, you know what I'm trying. I don't know what I'm trying to fucking say. My mystery used to deliver. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, give me love and attention, and I will claw you eyes out for it. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Wow. Damn. It's almost been an hour. Huh. Yeah, definitely. Let's see here. I'm going with the brown instead of a gray. I said this will give it more of that earth look, but it'll still have the gray undertones, even though it's like, because it's still wet, it's blending in, giving it a brownish gray, but you get the idea. I'm still trying to. Man, I went heavy on the paint here. A little too heavy. I was watering it down too, so this is just like a quick overbrush, though, because it's winning. It's kind of going a little more than I usually like to go, but it's going to work out fine. I hope. But that's what washes are for. Fix up the stuff you screwed up. Because eventually, once this does dry, which I won't be able to do this week, I will give this a dry brush with a light mocha. And then once that dries up, I'm gonna hit it with a wash and it'll darken everything down again. Then I'll dry brush it again with the light mocha. I know it's kind of redundant, but it's my process. So I think it just helps. And then I'll paint the tentacles. Still not 100% sure what colors I'm going to go with for the tentacles and whatnot, but or even how I'm going to paint. If I know I'm going to do something with the fly trap parts themselves, I'm just not 100% sure. A lot of times I just decide that on the fly. So, yeah, that color. You can see the difference from one to the other. Doesn't really look like much, but eventually it will. Oh man, those chili peppers are talking about. Oh, and don't forget, guys, it's like I am going to be having that drawing for the texture roller that I accidentally ordered 2 copies of. Go to the video, the Temu unboxing video. Leave a if you haven't already. Leave a comment. That'll put you in line for the drawing for it. Because I'll pick someone from that video that comments on that video, and then I'll mail this off to you wherever you may be. As long as I'm legally able to mail it to you, I will. And this isn't just only if you live in the United States. No, if you comment on the video, I said I'd give it to you. So, because I think the last giveaway I did, for when I hit 1,000 subs, I gave away that house. I mean, it was just luck of the draw. One of my patrons won, but he lived in Poland, so that's where it went. Something, I wanted to mention. Oh, where are they? There are, hold on a second. I will be right back. I know, empty screen time, blah, 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 blah. Okay. something I wanted to show you guys quick. If you haven't seen it, Cross, I know you've already seen it, so you don't count. But there was a post on the Tabletop Crafters Guild on Facebook. Nate something. I can't remember what his name was, his last name was, but you can go on. These houses, these little wood houses, here from Michael's. He took this house and converted it over to like a barn or something, a house with a chimney and whatnot, similar in the way that I do the Dollar Tree houses. And it's like, it looked fantastic. So, and these things are actually spot on for scale. If you want to see quick, the door's a little bit tall, but you know, if you put them at the top of where the door is, these are spot on. These are like maybe 35 mil scale. And this is a 28 mil miniature. So, but if you go to your local Michael's, they are $5. And if they don't have them in your local Michael's, go to their website and type in plywood houses, and they'll all come up. There's this little pumpkin farm building. You can tear this off easy. Some of the stuff is a little bit of a pain in the butt to get off, like this and these little pumpkins, but they do come off with a little bit of effort. There's this crypt, which is kind of cool, which I'm definitely going to be doing something with in the future. And there is, damn it, I had the third one out. What did I do with it? Huh. Hold on a second. There's a third one. Yeah. And a house like this, I said these are perfect to scale. So if you can get to your local Michael's and get them before they're Halloween themed. So I would definitely, if you can, definitely look into getting these because they're great. And they're cheap too. So at $5 a pop, and they're already assembled. And if you're into doing interior lights and stuff, they already got that covered with these. They come with tea lights installed in the bottom. And they're pretty bright too. So they got out by accident. But definitely worth checking out if you can, if you want. But yeah, I figured if I could do the doll houses, I could easily do those into something. Oh, hey, it's starting to dry out quick. Yes. I think the guy on Facebook, I said go to Tabletop Crafters Guild on Facebook and just scroll through. You'll see that one like barn looking house, and he did a fantastic job. And one thing he did that I absolutely love, built a chimney on it and did individual bricks like I love to do. Even though, oh God, that's annoying as shit to do sometimes. And you will curse all your ancestors while you're doing it, but it looks good. I just got a few tea lights for a building. And oh, sweet. Yeah, I'm usually not big into doing lights just because I don't want to mess around with it. Even tea lights, it's like that's something I'm not big into. I got like maybe just a couple builds, and like I said, it's tea lights that I just kind of jam into place. I know some people out there like Terraintronics, it's like they are big into it. Big into electronics, and some of the stuff they do is absolutely amazing and gorgeous, but it's just not my thing. Individual shit. Oh, yeah. Ooh, Yeah, I hate having to do builds with individual shingles because that can be a damn nightmare. Just had it running well. Oh yeah, that's why I'm glad I have the shingle jigs that I got from Dungeons by Hands. Definitely cuts down my shingling time. Though I do want to do like I said, I do want to do a budget build. Oh, Cat 5 cable to wire LEDs. Yeah. Electronics and stuff with me just, I don't know. I mean, I don't do playable interiors to begin with. So lighting up the inside of a building that I make completely solid is kind of like, I'm kind of like, no. Yeah, I mean, I know that people love doing playable interiors, but that I use tiles for that, like dungeon tiles, but building tiles, wooden floor, boom, and there's no walls I have to worry about. I don't have to. It cuts down on crafting time because I don't have when you're doing a building. If you're going to do playable interiors, well, you have to craft the inside after you're done craft. You're crafting the inside and the outside and the inside. So it's like, no, I don't want to do that when I can just make a tile to represent just the floor and I'm done. And let's face it, a lot, it's like if you want to say the building's actually bigger than it is, well, then just flop down a bigger tile because most of my bills are playable. Yeah. Yeah. Because a lot in like especially like tabletop board games. Oh man, it we don't nothing is really true to scale. We use hyperscaling. Like I said, if you were to, I mean, this is my. I think it was oh god, the terrain tutor Mel. He pointed out something really good with scaling for games, and but is like if we use true scaling, is like tabletop war games is a perfect example. Is like a pistol would reach from the one end of the board to the other. And a lot of our building, a lot can be said with the same for the building. The building's just there. And you can say the inside is as big as or as small as you want. That's the advantage, also the advantage of not doing a playable interior. You just plop down whatever size tile you want, and there's your building inside. That's my thoughts on it anyway. But I mean, I have seen some gorgeous playable interiors. It's just not. Again, I'm not saying don't. It's just I choose not to because it's more convenient for me and easier for me. Well, and like I say at the end of all my videos, is like when you're building your terrain, the only person you got to worry about is you because it's your damn terrain, and that's exactly right. It's like build it how you want to do it, and I don't want to do interiors, so I don't do it. Scale it. You found all my 100. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, it's hyperscaling. Yeah, I think Mel the terrain tutor did like this whole big. I can't remember which video he talked about it, but yeah, he did this whole big long spiel about the scaling of for if I played it. Yeah, yeah, and But Mel did like this whole big spiel about all the scaling, and it's like, and like I mentioned, he had said it's like ranges and whatnot. Is like a guy with a pistol could actually shoot every single other person on the board, no matter where he is on the board. He could shoot from the one corner to the farthest corner away because it's technically within range if it was true scale. So games use hyperscaling. But then again, we also use the rule of cool. Hey, it looks cool, so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I haven't played for a bit. Hope you got a horror movie to watch of the premiere of Gang. Well, thanks for coming around. See you, Wave. Wow, an hour. Holy crap! Yeah, I just gotta wait. I just want to get this overbrush done, and but I still have 2.5 to go. But I'm gonna put this go with a 1-inch basis. Always shown with the feet. Yeah, strippers. That's who. Of course, there's usually a pole involved, but whatever. Redwoods are all ice. Yeah, exactly. Waves. Some people find it weird that I craft but don't play. You know what? That's not really weird. Playing is what got me into crafting, but sometimes the crafting just it it's a fun hobby. It really is. I mean, it's relaxing. You don't really think of much of else when you're actually doing it. They can think it's weird all they want, but who gives a shit? I mean, I got high blood pressure, but I'll tell you what, once after crafting for a while, it actually goes down. I find it relaxing and calming. I honestly didn't. Let's see. I started this stream at 7 o'clock my time. It's now 8:08. I didn't even really realize that we've been going this long. So the thing is, you don't even really have to keep on topic because let's face it, we've been talking about cats for like a good chunk of the time. And talking about random subjects. And it's like, and when I say mindless ranting, mindless chatter or whatever, I really did. I don't really put much thought into it. It's whatever comes up. Sometimes I try and talk about crafting stuff, but yeah, we all know we can't stay on topic. One game now. Yeah. It's all hobby stuff. It's like my group fell apart not too long ago, so it's kind of like but I'm still gonna craft because I enjoy it. It's just I find it relaxing. It feels good. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, and I've slowly been getting back into painting minis. Granted, I'm just doing up to tabletop quality, but anymore. But can't find anyone with diamonds. Well, yeah. Do you have a local game store that you could try and check out to play at? Because I don't know what your area is like, and it's really none of my business. But um, got a couple game stores in my area that run games all the time. They have theme nights. Okay, yeah, online gaming. But let's see, there's Comic Store West. In my area, there's a shop called Comic Store West that runs RPGs a couple nights a week. Uh, there's Adventures Academy. They run role playing games. They're mainly based for RPGs and some Warhammer, but that's strictly a game store. And then there's even more that's a little bit further away from me. C19 destroyed my gaming group. I'm GM and had 6 players. Yeah. My group was playing D&D, and once we all got a hold of Easy D6, we switched over to that. But then, real life kind of gets in the way. Yeah, I'm waiting to see about that. Your RPG, to see what it's like. To hurry the fuck up. Sorry for the F bomb. I know I'm trying to keep this family friendly. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I've seen the stats on my video or the analytics. It's like ain't no one under the age of 20 watching my videos. I'm not worried about swearing, though. I do still try and keep it to a minimum. Yeah, my hobby's pretty well much this for now. I would game in one of my local stores, but it's that whole going. Nah, it's like honestly, if someone wants to fire a blunt up, no, I just kind of discourage that. Or if they want to pop open a beer and drink while playing, I don't care. I really don't. As long as it's legal where you're at, I really don't care what you're doing. As long as it doesn't interfere too much with the gameplay. Well, then you should talk. I haven't played a TTRPG since the 90s. Yeah. I think that's why I like the AZD6 system is it's just simple and it's fun. But also the Beckme rules, which is basically first edition Dungeons and Dragons, when elf was still a class, not just a race. That's kind of fun. I know that's what Dungeon Minister does. Hell, that's what his convention at the end of the month is about. It's a Beckme convention. But yeah, I know nothing about publishing and almost. Yeah, Cross. But the thing is, if Carl could publish some stuff, I'm just saying. And for those that don't know, Carl over at Carl Makes Stuff, he published a book, Well, actually, let me go grab it. He published The Four Horsemen, which is a historic campaign setting or setting for EZD6, basically around the time of the War of the Roses era. So, but it's actually really cool. It's not. I mean, it doesn't fit with what my setting, but I definitely used a lot of elements for the setting that I was playing. At least on my group, kind of. But if he can do that, Carl, I'm just saying. You should always ask for help. Last night I prototyped a sewer piece to fit my city block system. Oh. Pictures, pictures, pictures. I mean, I gotta go to your. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a bit since I. Well, but. Oh, man. Well, I'm almost done for the night here. Yeah, it's definitely going to have to require once. Yeah, I should have waited on overbrushing. But, okay. Definitely looks like gray goo. Goo. I don't really know I have a system. I just kind of wing everything I do. Yeah. Right. For me, a system implicates that I would have plans. I sure as hell don't have plans. I just kind of wing everything. I still don't even know what color. What I haven't 100% decided on what color I'm going to paint the plants. Green, blues, whatever. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Yeah. What I hate when I do when I'm making videos is I forget to put the camera on record, or I just put it. I have it set on taking stills, and then I work for like an hour, and then I realize, oh man, I took a single still of that entire process. It's like son of a. But Wizard Tower Games. Okay. So yep. Yeah. It's like, yeah. Yeah. It's like I know damn well a lot of times when people say they have corrupt or lost footage, it's mean they forgot to bleep and record it. Yeah, they didn't lose it. They hit the wrong button. Oh yeah, yeah. I've done that. DNC. I've done that more times than I care to count. It's like how many times I was like, son of a bitch. But fortunately, now that I'm using my this webcam to do a lot of my recording now, I see it on my computer screen, and when I used to use my phone, it was a little easier to screw up when I went to push the button. But now that I'm using the webcam, I see all the buttons on the screen. And it's like, okay, I still screw up, but I haven't made it completely idiot proof yet. But then again, as soon as I make it idiot proof, I'll figure another idiot way to screw up. Whew. All right. Wizard Tower Games. Yeah. I should really write down my camera because I use my. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm glad I said since I switched to recording most of my footage on the webcam, I can watch and record at the same time. And I said I said I only been using this webcam for a couple of videos now, but yeah, it's how many times I screwed up with my phone. So it's not like. Well, guys, I am at a decent stopping point right here, and I've been going for damn. I didn't realize an hour and 21 minutes. A lot of live streams go longer than I do, but when I'm crafting, I like to stop. I frequently stop and take small little breaks just so I don't burn out on doing it. Oh, it's 8:30 here. It's 8:21 here. I'm on the East Coast. So, well, guys, I am going to take off here. Thank you, everyone, for joining and sticking around and listen to me ramble about cats. So, yeah, I'm in Pennsylvania, so East Coast. Well, guys, have a good night and thanks again for showing up. And we'll see you next week.